What's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray. And this is Gray Area Anime, the most wonderful podcast of your day. And we are back with another one. I said back with another one. Kirby says it's dangerous to go alone. So I choose you guys to go with me on this journey of everything nerddom, geekdom, anime, gaming, and in between. We back with another one. We are actually back, guys. It has been a while. Sorry that I have been gone so long, but I'm back to do my anime thing on these podcast streets, and I'm not alone. I've brought back my guys so we can and get up on them with the, cause it's them Gotei, three boys. So we got Pat Pachi back in the building.
I'm not going. We already talked. It's definitely peachy though.
It's definitely not, but it's all good.
Peachy though.
He keeps trying to get main character
I kind of like
energy.
Peachy though. Yeah, you're not a main
It's not
character.
happening.
Boy, look, if I'm not a main character, I don't know what is.
You Genjo.
Never.
And then we also have my dog Keith K. Wilson in the building.
Yeah, I'll take that. Hat and clogs.
Yeah, I mean. But we are the Gotei 3. And this is another, I'm bringing my guys back.
No, important
and
character.
Big important, like chooses to stay to the side character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you come to me, Peachigo, when you need a solution. Don't you realize? You need to the Soul World? I got you.
Yeah, I mean,
go to my basement.
I see what you got going on. I'm gonna let it rock for the day. So we are back. I've been gone for a long time, and I felt like the best way to come back as a person who is who has a supreme expert of things as I am is we gotta do a top 3. Not like big 3, because we know who the big 3 is. Ain't no question. They always gonna be the big 3. But a top 3 of our current anime / manga things that we're watching. And just kind of give like some shout outs to some of the newer guys who are trying to make their mark on history or make their mark in terms of legacy and everything else. So I think I'll start with my first one.
Go for it.
First one off my list.
Are we doing anime and manga?
Well, we're doing the anime.
Okay.
But we are going to have a manga conversation a little bit later because me and Devin are the manga readers of this here 3.
Patrick's a watcher.
The main character who doesn't, who is specialized. I mean, main characters can do everything. I don't know how Peachigo is Peachigo and he ain't got all, 4 arts in him: anime, manga, manhwa, and
I mean, I do read manga, but it's only specific ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right now, it's only like 2 or 3 that I'm reading right now that I actually devote my time to because my time is precious.
What you reading right now? Let's hear this.
JJK.
Okay. Okay.
And I've started Kagurabuchi.
Oh, okay. Wait. After all that you talked about me trying to tell you about Kagurabuchi.
You know how he is. See, that ain't main character energy. That's all I'm saying.
Every Sunday, I'd be like, "Hey, Pat, it's this Kagurabuchi chapter. Yeah, looks like garbage."
Hey, it's Sakamoto.
It ain't. It's just.
Hey, it's so good. I'm glad you found it. That's
all. Before I start reading, because before I start reading anything, I do research on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in the process of finishing up my research. Like I read up until what probably
Can I ask?
the fight with him and Sojo.
That's a good chapter.
Your mic just fell out your ear.
What
Yeah, I
research?
know. I was gonna wait to pick that up.
What research?
It dropped on the floor. We can't hear you. Oh my goodness!
All right, you said what now?
What research do you do? Maybe I'm not doing this whole reading thing right.
So I look at character designs. I see if it's even worth my interest. Because, like, honestly, if I don't like the way the characters look, I'm not gonna be interested in it. 100%.
I can see that.
That's fair.
The next thing is like, I'm not gonna lie. I do my YouTube research where like I see like, okay, this is getting a nice little buzz. There's plenty of there's plenty of videos on it in case I want to hear other people's perspective. Because that's what it is a lot of the times. It's like I can get so into a show that like, all right, now I'm caught up with the show. What else do I have to go on? Okay, well, hey, I can watch these videos and either see somebody's different perspective or find somebody that agrees with me and brings my attention to something I didn't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that was good.
Yeah. I give you that. But yeah, so let's do our first. So my first one off the list in the past 5 years is something that I think is like top 3 for me. I'm gonna take Shield Hero off the board first.
Really?
Shield Hero, dog. Listen, now in the 5 years, that first season,
the first season was really.
I'm
good.
not saying
first season was immaculate.
I haven't watched.
I'm not talking about like totality. Like the reason it cracks the top, that first season is
that's fair.
Just enough.
That's fair.
And a little bit of the second season, because the second season was cool. I think a lot of people more so didn't really like the third season as much with the turtle.
Season out too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! With the turtle, did I watch the second season? Man, third season.
I didn't watch the second season.
I thought the second season was the turtle.
The second season was matter of fact. Let me see. We can check all of this stuff out.
Man, maybe I watched more than I thought.
So let's see. Yeah. So season 2 was when. Oh wait, no, was it? I guess season 2 was the turtle. What was season 3?
Okay. Whew. Okay.
What's the turtle?
So
go ahead, Joe.
Basically, it introduces the fact that there are interconnected worlds. That there are other worlds that are connected to theirs that also have heroes that are fighting against them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so wait. Now I got my stuff mixed up. So season 2 is the turtle. Season 3 is when they jump in worlds. Yeah.
That's the one I did not watch.
Yeah,
they were doing a lot. That was a lot.
I mean, it's what makes Raphtalia, she gets her own thing. She ends up being one of the heroes.
Really?
Hmm?
Okay, I'm gonna have to see. My issue is I have to start stuff all the way from the beginning if I'm gonna watch it. I can't.
See, I don't like.
Yeah, I understand that too.
I can't just hop in unless I watched like that first season numerous times already.
Yeah, I can feel you there, and I also understand it just from the standpoint of what it took to kind of get into this. Mm-hmm. But this was prime. We stuck in the house.
Yeah,
correct. And it starts on fire. Yeah. Like, I ain't never had a character I hated as much as I hated her.
The chick that set him up.
Yeah.
At the very beginning.
Yeah. Like,
it was. Are you crazy, Rachel?
I don't hate her like
talking
that.
About Tower. Okay.
I don't hate her like that. But that's the first off my list. What's the first off your list, Pat?
What's yours, Pat?
Mine. Oh, I'm here for only hot takes, by the way. My first, also being my number 3. Thought long and hard about this.
Are we going in order?
I'm not going in order.
Trigger.
World Trigger?
World Trigger.
World Trigger?
World Trigger, man.
Okay, explain to me.
Is it because you just watched it?
No,
you feel good about it.
Well, I watched World Trigger when it was coming out weekly.
Okay.
And then recently I went back to it because they put it on Netflix.
Right.
They put all 3 seasons on Netflix.
Mhm.
But
it's only 3 right now?
yeah, it's 3, but it's like the first season is like 70 episodes.
You did tell me that. Okay.
And they actually stopped dubbing them after like episode 49, which really fucking sucks.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, when you talk about world building, power systems, like to me, it has so many different pieces of shows that we watch now that like, okay, so all right, you talk about Kaiju number 8 and how they have their military force and the power system and everything. Same thing with World Trigger. You just got different weapons instead of like different suits. Like, and you know, they still have weapons in Kaiju number 8 too. Then they have a military presence just like they do in Kaiju number 8.
Okay.
And they are ranked in like certain ways. You see the progression of certain characters, like not just certain characters, like even the side characters, like main characters in their own way. Like it's a story. It's a story that doesn't just go straight forward. It branches off and give you different scenarios, and it lets you see, like, it makes you happy when you see a side character reach a certain point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Unlike Black Clover.
Okay.
You said what?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Nothing.
Unlike One Piece, but
hey, come on, man. We not gonna what you're not gonna do is talk
like
about
Yamato
the king.
Don't got a whole cover story going on right now, but that's neither here nor there.
A whole dope cover story at that.
Agreed. World Trigger.
World Trigger. Good. All right, what's your first one, Div?
In no particular order. I think I will have to go with Solo Leveling.
Ooh.
Because
okay.
From the animation to
Hype Beast.
It's
Nah, man, it's worth it, bruh. I just got done reading it before the anime came out.
Oh, listen, I think I've read all the way up to volume 7 or 8. So it's like watching the progression of your main character while he's still trying to figure out, I got all this power, but I'm not feeling like myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to see.
This is what I think reincarnated as a slime. If it had this, I would enjoy it so much more.
Right. I've tried reincarnated as a slime like 2 or 3 times. It's good. I just can't make it past like the 5th episode.
Because
the first season is fire.
There's no stakes, bro. Like they're the only stakes that were involved were in the first season, and even in it wasn't really like what you thought it was. Like there's no time where I think that Rimuru was about to lose a fight. Where did you think he was about to lose a fight? For real.
Dude, so you telling me there's no stakes? Like the gravity, like that's the thing about
you want to know why there's no stakes? He literally, when his people died, he literally brought them back to life. So what stakes are there?
But this is the thing. The character is so OP. Stakes don't matter in a situation like that. Listen.
That's what I'm saying.
when you get to like characters like that are so OP that like they can damn near do creationism.
Yeah.
It's not the stakes that matter. It's the decisions they make that matter.
But
when he killed that whole platoon of people, like it was a real decision that he had to come to grips with. Like, okay, I'm no longer gonna be this cool kind of enigmatic figure where like, oh, my personality is so calm, yet you feel my presence. No, now you see me as a darker person because I just wiped out 2,000 people.
You don't though. Like, because I understood what he had going on. Because even then, Rimuru still makes morally based decisions. It's not like watching Overlord where at some point you're like, oh, nah, bro, you ain't human no more. Like, you don't even care. Like, and that's why I hated that. Because I was like, I'm not trying to watch your descent into losing your humanity. And it's just
And that's where I feel like
insane.
we're going with, oh boy, Ginu-san.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, but I do understand what you're saying, but I personally need like actual stakes and investment. That's why I would say that JJK is better with that than because it's Game of Thrones in its level of anybody you like can get it too.
That's fair. I don't feel like anybody's safe at JJK.
Like, no one is.
Yeah.
So all right. So my second one, and I'm kind of fudging the number a little bit because this ain't within the past 5 years. I guess it was 2018 when it came out, but I'm still using it. For me personally, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai will always be is in my top 10 of all time, but this is also in my top 3 new people for me.
What is
Patrick
that?
is upset.
How you gonna be upset you pull World Trigger out the hat? World Trigger ain't top 10 on nobody's
Now,
list, fam.
what's the name? What's the name of it again?
Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. Listen, let me tell you about so the thing that like has annoyed me about a lot of these mangas, right? Or animes, I should say. We used to get a better emotional investment. Like think about Melancholy of Haruo Suzy or whatever her name is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You think about that. You think about Darling in the Franxx is another one that I really enjoy.
No, Darling in the Franxx. I know that.
Like even so you got Blue Lock. What's the other one that came out the same time? They both soccer.
Ayoshi.
Yeah. So you got that where in Ayoshi, like you're dealing with the actual emotional stuff. Like Blue Lock, boy, that's a whole nother conversation. I got to have that.
Blue Lock is good. Blue Lock is
good, ain't the
they are like
right
taking
there.
sports anime, and it is literally, I think, the most exciting thing to me since probably Ashio 21. In terms of like you actually care about everybody that's on the team or everybody that plays in whatever level. But so Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is basically about like, you know how they do the teenage angst and everything, but they make it's like sci-fi supernatural stuff. Okay. So what happens is there's this girl that the protagonist sees that he goes to school with, but nobody else can see her. And the reason it says Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai is because the first time he sees her, she's in a budding costume. Because she's just at that point trying to be seen. And then like when they go through figuring out like how and why that is, it just becomes an amazing anime because they go through all of these different things and just kind of, it takes the feelings that I remember in high school or that I remember when I was that age and makes them a tangible thing of like, oh, that makes sense, or oh, that makes sense. And I really enjoyed it. It's something that like, hey, got me through the pandemic. Yeah. Now I will say this though, because since we're all family here, we're all related in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So the second one, or there's a movie that comes out that's a continuation of the series, right? I chose to watch this in 2021. Okay. Given what we were going through, and this was not a great decision.
It must have put you in there.
Dog, when I say I was bawling, it was so good. Like there was a character and this thing happened. I want y'all to watch it. But I was like, bro, I was so toe up. And I was just like, I just haven't had that kind of emotional response to anime in a long time. The closest that I think I've gotten is Frieren. That's as close as I've gotten.
Number one hater.
Well, he a shonen like fanboy, so
bro, Frieren was so good. It was don't get me wrong, it's a mood piece. You gotta be in the mood.
It's a mood piece, but it's just like
it's good.
What's to your eternity is just like that.
Yeah, hey, I've started To Your Eternity so many times.
I thought about I just don't the free run made me actually be okay with being sad. To Your Eternity, I'll be like, nah, I don't want to be that sad. All right. What's your number 2, Pat?
Blue Loco.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
Good shout. Why?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. So I started watching Blue Lock. What was going on at that time? It was Blue Lock, Hell's Paradise.
I need
I think
season
Demon
2 of
Slayer
that.
was still. I think Demon Slayer was still going on.
Mm-hmm. Season
And I think
Sword Village was still going
JJK,
on.
yeah, and I think JJK had just like dropped at that time.
I think they dropped the
So it
movie.
was that might be what it was, but it was just a lot going on at that time.
Yeah.
And I'm not a sports anime person. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You didn't watch Haikyuu?
You said what?
You don't watch
watch
Haikyuu?
Yeah, but that
Prince
was
of
different.
Tennis? Nothing?
No.
I didn't watch Prince of Tennis. I think Haikyuu was my first sports experience.
I Shield 21, I guarantee you it will change you.
You told me about that.
I promise you.
I tried it. I got to like the first like 5 or 6 episodes, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if I tried now, it'd be a little bit different.
Yeah, because I don't. The thing about it with Blue Lock that I was gonna say earlier that I was probably gonna say for another episode in terms of like if we talk about sports animes, but they subvert your whole expectations of what a sports anime should be. Because a lot of times when we're talking about Aoshi or however you say it, Aoshi. When you were talking about that one, like that would be what people typically expect from a sports anime.
Yeah. But I will say, because I've watched both of them in totality as far as the shows are concerned right now.
Mm-hmm.
And Aoshi, it's the complete opposite. Like, they're obviously the complete opposite. One is saying, hey, you don't have to be the striker in order to be,
to control everything.
Yeah, but in Blue Lock, it's like, hey,
you need to be the
kicking the ball in the goal and get out my way. Right. And that's what I love. It is like, it is unapologetically like, bro, I'm here to score goals. If you're gonna stop me from doing it, get out the way. Donkey. I will do whatever it takes. I will sacrifice my body. I will sacrifice my ego, break myself down, rebuild myself just so I can beat you. And it's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, I agree. I think that basically it's like when we do all of these, like Shaq posted the other day, he was like, it was Steph, LeBron, him, what other 2 players? But anyway, it was a team that it's like, how can you beat this team? That's Blue Lock.
Yeah.
And it's every time, but it's like that all-star team versus another all-star team versus another all-time team, like not all-star, all-time team, all-time great at whatever it is. Like there is no let up. It's like the margin of error is like so small that there really just
they make you feel the stakes.
Yeah.
Yes, like that's it. It's like at any minute you feel like if you lose this game, you may not see this character again.
Correct.
And I like how they started us with that.
Man.
And then pull the rug out from under us to just be like, well, actually. And it's like the mental mind games that they are playing with us as the reader, but also with the characters themselves. I agree. Blue Lock didn't make my list. It was like, it's on the outside looking in. Because,
when you think about character backstories that we have gotten in any kind of manga or anything, second to none. Like,
I ain't got as far into reading this, y'all. It must be really good.
It's when because the thing was, this is how you know it's good. You know he is not an avid manga reader.
Correct. That's when I started watching and reading.
We were watching.
Yeah.
And I started reading. Or no, did you start reading first? You might have started reading. I was reading and I said, nah. I said, nah. You got to because it ain't nothing on that level, man.
The point where the story is now, you just got Kaiser's backstory, which I ain't gonna go too much into that. But it's really starting this whole character arc for him changing and rebuilding himself. And it's like, dang, so far I've only gotten this with like the main cast. Now we got this dude who's a new Gen 11. And
so who's still around then?
Everybody.
Like, Barrow's still around.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, everybody's different around right now.
They are taking.
Everybody has their own teams.
Yeah, because they've taken it to like so you know how now they just introduced, shout out to Blue World or Blue Lock World Champion or whatever. Like if ever they hear this, sponsor us.
Top dude. I'm top of the class
for now.
For now, like you ain't seen the rise ups that I didn't get. I was working on training yesterday because I picked up a couple support cards.
I need to.
You ain't gotta do nothing right now. You ain't gotta do nothing right now.
But so we had but the enjoyable thing is like they're taking every aspect of soccer. So it's the club stuff, it's the world club stuff, like the stuff that people really get excited about around the world. Like here, some people will watch club soccer and stuff, but you don't watch it the same way. And I appreciate that they've added that aspect on top of the Olympic aspect. Not Olympic, but on top of the World Cup aspect. And it's like every facet of what high level soccer is, whether it's the money, whether it's the players, whether it's the regional pride, it's all of that. And I think that what they've done is encapsulated, because what I love the most about soccer was the World Cup, because that's when I first got really introduced to the energy of soccer, where it's like I got taught the game. I got to understand the intensity of it. Like to hear, it's kind of like we've all been in a church where the church is on fire, right? Where the church is like just great service, whatever the case may be. The World Cup to me feels like that, but like for a nation. And I think that Blue Lock encapsulates that very, very well. But yeah, Devin, what's show 2?
Oh, right. I gotta do a second one. What would be my second one? Windbreaker.
Yeah, see.
I think Windbreaker would like. I think I'm just enjoying the characters. The fights are amazing. It's almost.
Are you reading?
I haven't started reading yet. But we are on. I think we caught up watching it. My favorite, old boy, with the glasses, the enforcer. What's his name? Joe.
Yeah. I promise you. I was like Konami Joe.
That's my guy. I'm fooling with him.
Oh yeah,
but,
bro.
Like, I'm enjoying the characters.
This ain't even his final form.
The animation.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just refreshing to not have powers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
It's just brawling. It's really what I think it is. It's like the it's.
Y'all funny.
So normally, like a shoujo experience is, the relationship or the chilling and doing all this stuff. This is shoujo for dudes with fists. Correct. Because I promise you, everything in Windbreaker is about the relationship of it all, which is so funny. To like y'all out here scrapping, for real scrapping, like brawling.
Like listen, the emotion that I get when Sakura was finna knock the little snake-looking dude out for kicking Joe in the face, and Big Boss dude had to stop him I was like, okay, all right,
man.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The boy got kicked so fast and so hard. Like,
he
laid him out quick,
bro. Listen,
it was soon as their head touched this.
Listen, when I tell you ain't seen nothing yet.
I bet.
And where they are right now. Listen, you gotta read. I'm telling you, it shatter my expectations, because what's funny is when you and this is a slight spoiler, but not a spoiler, really. Mm-hmm. So when you see the first who the generals are, right? Mm-hmm. You see a girl. It's not a girl. And that character, technically, it's probably cross-dressing, because I don't think he would consider himself trans, or in terms of their writing or whatever. Mm-hmm. Bruh, listen, let me tell you something right now. The characters they finna introduce and how they finna introduce the systems and everything else after this, especially this next arc that's coming up, because this is basically the end of that arc. But you just need to put a pin in that, because it's gonna come back later. Because Sakura is that dude. That's all I'm gonna say.
I believe that though.
Is he really? Because
I
I'm
believe it.
underwhelmed with him right now.
Oh no, he that dude. He that dude. Trust me. Now, he probably wouldn't have gotten Joe if Joe had been himself.
Right.
Like at all in his current state. Like it would have it would have taken him hurting some friends or something like that, you know, typical shonen tropes. But yeah,
Joe told me.
He is a completely different animal. But oh man, Windbreaker almost made my list. I thought about putting it on my list. My last one. Let's see. My last one of what got me like really kind of like back in the anime. I'm still enjoying it. It's Demon Slayer, bro. It's Demon Slayer. Like I went back and I went because I was really anticipating season 3 and I didn't watch it. I ended up like not watching it. Like I had retreated from watching anime for a while. Yeah. And I started watching and it's like I literally went through and remembered all of why I enjoy this anime and this manga and the story and how it's built up. And
that's fair. Because Demon Slayer as a bulk, when you're doing it all in one, is a good ride. It really is.
It's always gonna be fun. Like when you don't have to like wait in terms of like where they're gonna stop somewhere. Which is normally why you and I are avid manga readers, because you're not finna just leave me on no cliffhanger, bro.
Correct.
At least not without me having it to wait every week and like earnestly.
Right. And bro, that's why I'm excited.
Bro,
we're not finna
sit here and y'all blow the smoke on my ass.
What you mean?
What?
One, bro, that Swordsmith Village arc ass.
It was not.
Good. It wasn't that good.
So here's what I enjoyed about it, especially if I'm watching it all together, right? Like, no, it's not gonna hit the same highs that the Entertainment District hit because you're not that like type of art. You're not like as connected to the upper rank demons that they took out. Mm-hmm. You're not like those are like they're not like top tier their background stories, which I don't even think they gave them background stories of like stuff that you just
they did.
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't like I care. Like the ones we just came off of, that one I was like, oh nah, bro, I actually feel for them. I didn't care this time. But I care more about just the general growth of Tanjiro for one. The fact that he started to inspire those around him, which he always does, but like inspiring the Hashashiras to fight the way that they fought, dope. Getting to see them, their backstory. I enjoyed the Mr. Shira's backstory.
Moichiro, I give you that. His backstory was the best thing about this season.
Like his story is like Man in the Iron Mask or something.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The placement of the art it's coming off the Entertainment District. Was like, whew, this is different. You know what I'm saying? It's really different in comparison to what you just came off of. So,
and the Hashashira training arc is pretty fire.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Is that the one that just came out?
Yes, it is. It's pretty fire. I know what it's building up to, and that's why I think it's fire. Personally,
No. Listen, had we not got that news about a week ago about what's really about to happen with this season, I was done. Like I was literally done.
Okay, what was? Go ahead, give them the news. I mean, like spoiler alert if you don't want to hear it go.
The Infinity Castle arc is starting now.
Okay.
Which is like it's basically the lead up to the final arc.
Right.
It is.
Or it is the final arc, basically.
Because it's gonna go down. You're gonna get to see everybody in motion.
Yeah, right. And I think that's worth it. Like it's worth it to kind of get all of this stuff that like to kind of see.
But what I'm saying is this season would have been complete garbage had they not done that. Which was the original thought from everybody in the way that the episode list had came out at first. Everybody felt like
there was no way they were not that dumb because this is why I said this has been exciting. So they started episode 1 with even introducing the thought that they are looking for it. Secondarily, if you go ahead and you watch the Swordsmith Village, like if
they weren't looking for it in that first episode, they just happened to stumble upon.
Well, what I'm saying is that's what I mean. But also compounding upon that, you get the conversation of Nezuko and stuff when he has that conversation about her and going after her, which is why I appreciate all of these episodes of the Hashira training arc. Him going and getting Genjiro, or not Genjiro, the water, Gil. So when he goes to get him, that was like, okay, this is cool. And again, just seeing how Tanjiro's effect is starting to happen on everybody. Like, oh, where's Zenitsu been? And we're just about to get to the most difficult time for Zenitsu in terms of his character development.
I know.
So that's why I'm like, I know what's coming. Like, and the slow build of getting on, like, all the other stuff, like, is ancillary because I know what's down the pipeline.
Yeah. But see, this is the thing, though, and I think this is more a testament to how they've been rolling out these movies and they've been rolling out these seasons that have really created, like, the situation that he is Demon Slayer right now. Because that first season, out the blue, took everybody by storm. What made it what it was. Had it not had that breakout viral moment when he was fighting Lower Moon 6 with that artwork and everything, then it would have just came out regular as is.
Yeah, probably, but I think the manga might have lasted a little bit longer. Like, not a lot longer, because the manga finished.
I feel like it ended.
When Mugen
like 3 years ago.
When Mugen Train came out, the last chapter had come out sometime around then.
Yeah,
like 3 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah.
So now, instead of me getting my second season that second year, you postpone me a whole year. You give me a movie in the in between time, which has to come from overseas to here, which adds more time before we start that second season.
But the movie was worth it though. Hold up, bro. You finna tell me that Rengoku, that whole situation wasn't worth it?
The first movie was worth it. I didn't need them to do it again in the season.
I didn't need them to do that either. But they do it in Dragon Ball Z, so I'll give them grace for that.
And that's
what do you mean? Every time.
Super. No. You have to say super.
Well, super. Yeah. Because at least in our day, none of the movies were canon.
Right.
Okay. So good point.
Yeah. But
yeah. What's your 3, Pat?
Take your time and think about it.
You about to say something. You about to say something crazy.
Talking about this. No, mine is actually really freaking simple. My Hero.
Okay. Well, my hot take is My Hero has fallen off for me. Just for me personally.
In what way?
Okay, so when the war really started to pop off, right? And I know I got some stuff to get through, and I was talking about this with Devin, right? So America, that was like peak time My Hero Academia. After that, when they started to try to like put everybody else in, they spent a lot of time away from the Hitomi fight. Hitomi and Gravity Girl fight. They did not you spent way too much time away from that. You spent way too much time figuring out what's going on with Bakugo. Yeah. I lost interest. Bro.
What I didn't realize was that the author wasn't as healthy as he had been.
Oh,
so that's why we were getting shorter chapters and what we were getting in the chapters.
The animal dude, the lizard dude fight. Like, I was just like, I'm annoyed. Yeah, I want to get up out of here. I got to get past that to get back excited.
But I'd have to go back and read it all again to be like.
But see, this is the thing. Like, y'all looking at it from the manga pacing standpoint, where there were multiple breaks in between a lot of these manga drops, which is mostly the reason why JJK didn't make my list. Like, while it has had peak moments and it has been absolutely phenomenal, there have been like too many breaks to only be 260 some chapters in.
But hold on, because see, what us manga watchers understand a couple things, right? When you get up to the 200s, 200 means that you have 5 or more years, because
you don't got much longer.
That's 40. That like you already have like 46 chapters or whatever a year, minus like Golden Week, times you take off. When you get to the 2 whatever, that means that you do have sustainability and popularity.
Yeah, correct.
Okay,
not a lot of mangas make it.
That's good and that's understood. But at the same thing, when manga nowadays is ending before they even reach chapter 300 most times these days, that break in between,
and
whether
that's
it be
why the big 3 is the big 3. Because
valid.
If you cannot do that, we can't even put you in the conversation.
Valid. And that's why I'm saying JJK couldn't make my list because of that. Like, because the thing that's different, like, if you put JJK against any show that I've said, all right, world building as far as like world triggering stuff goes, there is so much more depth and so much more information as far as like just the overall world of World Trigger. You know what I mean?
But JJK had their Chimera Ant moment too.
That's the thing. JJK gives you the information. It's just a lot for you to download at once. They give you chunks.
It's the Chimera art. It's the Chimera Ant art, and
it's Hunter x Hunter on steroids.
I hated that. That's what made me drop it at the time.
But see, the thing is like their information doesn't come. It doesn't come regularly. It comes sporadically out the blue. And correct. It's like a information overload dump. It's like
every time they do it,
100 chapters, and all we've done is talk about superficial stuff. Here,
correct.
We're gonna give you a little something about lawyerism in Japan. Oh, here, we're gonna finally show you what Sukuna's second attack is that he used 110 chapters ago.
It's just by the time we on the 5th page of you explaining your technique, I'm over it.
Exactly,
I'm way gone.
But
because even in Bleach, there were in the reason I've like the 1,000-Year Blood War arc and the stuff that they're already correcting. And Bleach didn't make my list because I felt like that's kind of cheating.
Bleach, you couldn't put Bleach on the list.
I mean, it's been back in the past 5 years, and it is current.
In the past 5 years, but it's one the anime came out when we were all still in school.
True, but also the Hell arc came out. Actually, I was
out.
I was still working the gym. Well, no, it came out 2 years ago now. 2-3 years ago.
A Hell light novel.
No, the one shot.
Yeah.
The anniversary one shot was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's set up.
And that's
like
canon.
No.
You Can't Fear Your Own World is the light novel. And that furthers the manga a lot.
And Can't Fear,
and it's considered to be canon.
Yes. But back to what I was saying about My Hero.
Yeah.
Man, you just like, bro, in all honesty, if that's the part of the story where you're telling me that it gave you a dip, then I'm not mad at that. Because if that's the part that gave you a little dip in your fan service to it, then that's a personal thing. Because I know for a fact, and I'm like this with every series. Like there's always a dip in a series that I'm watching where it's like, oh, this right here, this is probably my least favorite part. Especially if I've already read ahead and I know what's coming. Like, then I know that, I'm just gonna pick this back up when I feel like it.
And I get what you're saying, because especially since it's like in the latter years, like they know that they're wrapping the story up.
Because bro, season 1, fire.
Season 1 was great.
Season 1 was fire.
2, what was 2?
Fire.
2 is the tournament art.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 2 was good. 3 was overhaul.
3 is wait.
Fire.
3 was overhaul because that's old boys.
3 was fire.
Was 4 agree when they did the gentle criminal thing?
Oh my god, that was another part where me and you were reading, and we were so annoyed. I remember that.
It was like, what is this for?
Because I remember reading it and being like, I'm not finna watch this. That's another thing. That's when I started watching anime.
I get what it was for, but it was very annoying in the moment.
It was
a redemption. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, and I feel like this is the part of My Hero that really gets lost.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a show that allows for redemption arcs. It is 100% a redemption
they
arc
tried
kind of
because
story.
that Endeavor redemption arc still didn't go over with folks. They just like, nope.
Correct. That's correct.
No, I fuck with Endeavor.
No, I know why you do. That's because you toxic go over there. You love your toxic folks.
You a little bit of toxic.
You the Janae Aiko of this podcast.
You might need this a little bit.
But look, all right. So
Vigilantes has been announced for an anime 10-12.
Okay.
Yeah, but
if they not finna let the Vigilantes pop up in this fight, then what are we doing?
They do.
No, they showed a little snippet of the crawler, and that was it.
Hey,
that's all. No,
it's not his story.
Nah,
but
it don't matter, bro. Like you're making a whole story about like a side story. Like Kaiju B-Sides is doing it right.
Kaiju B-Sides is hot.
Like we gonna get into Kaiju number 8 in the next episode, but still.
Now don't get me wrong, I did like Vigilantes, but B-Sides is like they coming with it.
Like give me something that works, bro.
Bro, and you know what? And this is so crazy because I was literally watching a video. I was watching a reaction video to like this last episode of Kaiju number 8, where it was like, because that episode just really stood out to me, and it was phenomenal. But he had said something about Kaiju number 8 B-side, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, what is going on with manga creators now where you started out and then you flip it and then you just do a retelling from another person's perspective? Like what good does that do?
It's the editors and the companies, right? So think about it in a sense of like, I would rather them do this than be forced to do sequels.
Because
a lot of them get forced to do sequels. If you can just give me a different perspective or a different area, that means that you can take your story and give me more depth to it where you couldn't initially. And versus because I still don't like Boruto.
That's world building.
I still don't.
For me, I would prefer a sequel.
But you not at this day and age, I don't think we're going to get a sequel that we think is good. What's the sequel you like?
I like Boruto. I know that's.
I knew you was gonna say that.
But you said, but I mean, you led me there. I thought you didn't like sequels the way you know what I'm saying. Like,
no, I love sequels.
Give me.
What's the best sequel you got? Hold on, before we do that, because we're gonna get caught up. What's your third, Devin, and then we're gonna get into this conversation with him.
I'm just Kaiju number 8.
Hey, let's go.
Like,
let's go.
Because from the time I started reading it, I couldn't wait for it to get animated.
Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember when I told you needed to check it out?
I do.
I told you. And what did we say? Me and Devin are 100% on every anime we didn't like. You can go back and look on this podcast because we talked about it when it first started. I guarantee you, I have a video where I said that The Promised Neverland was gonna get a anime. I said Dr. Stone was gonna get an anime. I said Kaiju number 8 was gonna get an anime, and that was like off of 5 chapters, and I was like, yeah, they gonna do it.
Kaiju number 8 was hot, man, and still is. It looks gorgeous to me.
Yeah, we gonna. I promise y'all, we finna have a full Kaiju number 8 podcast next episode because we want to break down all of the controversy, the conversations, the stuff that we don't understand, because that's just how good it is. It didn't make my top 3, but only because I put it in a different qualifier of what I'm going for.
That's fair. That is fair. Because 5 years that's a lot of anime that's come out in 5 years. And
it's up there. Like it would probably be like 4.
Right. Honorable mentions, Hell's Paradise, Kaiju number 8, Ranking the Kings.
Oh yeah. That's
Spy
definitely
Family.
Yeah. Well, Spy Family is another one where it's like, when I get back into the manga, because I took a whole bunch of chapters off. The stakes have to me go up. They keep kind of letting them go up. We got some backstory that I thought was amazing.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
we're
gonna
like
have to check it out.
in this new arc of Yor has met Damien's mom. So, and I know we're pretty deep like into that, and so like she got invited to like be around them and stuff like that. So that's like a whole thing that I'm trying to see. Like for me, stakes matter. That's why I say like
I understand
slime. Like I can't like if you too OP, like what's the point of me watching this? Like
Right. That's how I was feeling about
like
One Punch
Mob
Man.
has stakes and he's OP.
No.
What you mean no?
I hate all them shows with that stupid face.
Wait, but it's the face. It's literally the face.
Bro,
So
I do
the
not put
character
my
design.
time and effort into watching shows that do not come with animation that is worth it.
It is beyond worth it.
Patrick.
Bro.
Like if I'm comparing like One Punch Man and Mob is the more artistic piece that they actually take the animation like and do something
and that's
with
the reason why I watched the first couple of seasons. But that ain't the point here.
What's the point? What's the point?
Yo,
the point is this. The point is this. At the end of the day,
the day gonna end.
My Hero,
yeah,
has been one of the only shows that has literally been holding it down for the shonen manga anime world right now. Don't give me no One Piece bullshit.
I'm gonna give you One Piece because One Piece is on fire right now.
Correct.
It's not though.
It's not is.
What was the last?
This should have happened
the last
10
One
years
Piece?
ago.
What was the last episode you watched? To have that opinion.
10 years ago.
What's the last thing you watched or read? What's the last thing you watched or read?
Episode you watched
or read?
One Piece. That makes you think it's just horror.
Because if you ain't seen Wano, you can't even talk to me.
Last thing I saw was Luffy fighting Jupiter. Yeah.
You talking about in the manga?
Yeah.
Oh, so you was reading. Okay.
No.
Wait. And that ain't hype?
Nope.
Because he's not been an avid reader.
Nah,
he hasn't been on the journey.
Bro.
He just stepping in and out. So it's
like if you would have said the last thing you watched was Whole Cake, I would agree with you. I would have gave you that. Because we were expecting the Year of Sanji. We did not really get the Year of Sanji in the way that we wanted.
But you did get the Year of Sanji. It was just ass.
But again, and then Wano
wasn't.
Like
Gentle Criminal.
And then Wano wasn't. And Wano wasn't. Like, I definitely take Whole Cake over the Gentle Criminal art. Like 100%. Like 1,000%. Because at least we
But you can't do that. You can't. You know why you can't do that?
Why?
I'm finna explain why you can't do that.
I get pudding. I still get what is her son's name? That Luffy fought with and he was using gear for it.
Not Tatsugiri.
Nah. But look, this is why you can't do that. You're putting up an arc that had 100 and some chapters versus an arc that had maybe 5 chapters. I don't see how you get bored of something that only has 5 chapters.
Because it was
that's the point.
Okay. I also got bored with the Bound arc, and I love Bleach.
The Bound arc was fire.
Hey, you are insane.
It was vampires. Y'all don't like vampires?
That's not vampires, bro. That was the whole artificial human arc. Like them little, like I didn't care that much about Cone to begin with.
Okay, all right, I'll give you the bounce arc, but in the place of the bounce arc, what did you think about? Now it was filler, but it was some of the most beautiful and amazing filler I ever seen.
What?
The Zanpakuto.
That was good. I did like that.
I like him more now because Kubo took a lot of things from that in terms of like designs that he like solidified. Mm-hmm. We don't get Kisuke's Bankai, I think, without that art, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, to be honest,
Like,
or not Kisuke, Kiraku.
Oh yeah.
Because you don't get like that explanation and that breakdown, I think, without it. So that's something that I was like real appreciative of. But anyway, those are our top 3 animes right now. Go and check them out. If you have some that you are watching right now, what did we miss? Put that down in the comments. If you are listening to this on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to your podcast, just let us know how you feel, what you think we should talk about or discuss next. And we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Did Ariana finish cooking?